The AGT stage lights glow bright, but backstage, everything feels quiet. A slim Filipino man stands alone near the wall, holding a worn-out jacket and an old Elvis-style microphone pendant hanging from his neck. His hands tremble slightly. He whispers a prayer in Tagalog. Lord, ikaw na po ang bahala. The camera zooms in on his eyes, filled with fear, hope, and years of struggle. Cloud with rain, a life far from spotlights. The narrator's voice softens. He comes from a small barangay in the Philippines, where nights were lit by candles during brownouts and music came from a broken radio. His father loved Elvis Presley. Every Sunday, despite having little food on the table, his father would smile and say, Anak, makinig ka, ito ang tunay na musika. Young neighbors laughed. Hindi ka naman Americano, they said. But his father believed. Family man boy, a father's dream. His father worked long hours, tricycle driving, construction, anything to survive. At night, he would sing Elvis songs softly, teaching his son every word, every emotion. Before his father passed away, he said only one thing. Balang araw, kakanta ka sa malaking entablado. That promise now weighs heavily on his chest. Face mask entering the stage. The host calls his name. He walks out slowly. The crowd claps politely, but without excitement. The judges smile kindly. Simon Cowell glances down at his notes. Hello, Simon says. What's your name? The singer replies softly, with a Filipino accent. I'm from the Philippines, sir. Simon nods, unsure. And what will you be doing today? The singer takes a deep breath. I will sing, Elvis Presley. A few audience members exchange doubtful looks. Simon raises an eyebrow. No mouth faced out in the air. Elvis has been done 1,000 times. Simon leans back, arms crossed. Okay, let's hear it. The music hasn't started yet, but tension fills the room. The Filipino singer closes his eyes, clutches his pendant, and inhales deeply. High voltage, the moment before magic. The band lifts their instruments. The first guitar chord echoes across the theater. The camera freezes on Simon's face. This is the moment. A poor Filipino boy. A father's dream. A world about to be shocked. The theater is silent. Not the comfortable kind of silence. The heavy silence where thousands of people are holding their breath. The Filipino singer stands still at center stage. Eyes closed. Hand trembling slightly around the microphone. The band waits. Simon Cowell leans back, arms crossed. He has heard Elvis impersonators hundreds of times. Most fail in the first 5 seconds. Guitar one chord, everything changes. Then it happens. The guitar strikes the first chord. Before anyone can react, the singer opens his mouth. Mike, wise men say. The sound that comes out is impossible. Not imitation, not karaoke, but Elvis himself, deep, warm, powerful, full of soul. The audience gasps loudly. A woman covers her mouth. A man whispers, Grabe. Simon's eyes widen instantly. Astonished face judges in shock. He leans forward. His pen freezes midair. The camera zooms in on Simon's face. The smirk is gone. He whispers under his breath. No way. He looks at the other judges as if to say, are you hearing this? Philippines, a voice carrying Filipino soul. The Filipino singer doesn't just sing. He feels every word. His voice carries years of struggle, poverty, sacrifice. A son singing for his father. His accent fades. Only emotion remains. The crowd begins to sway with the music. Some close their eyes. Some already wipe tears. Collision from doubt to disbelief. Halfway through the song, a woman in the audience stands up. Then another. Then another. The applause starts while he is still singing. Simon shakes his head slowly, stunned. He mutters, unbelievable. Fire, the note that seals fate. Then the singer hits that note. Strong, clean, fearless. The kind of note that separates a performer from a legend. The entire theater erupts. Cheers, whistles, standing ovation. The singer opens his eyes for the first time and sees the crowd on their feet. His eyes fill with tears, but he keeps singing. Pause button, cliffhanger. The music fades. The last word hangs in the air. Silence again. But this time, it's the silence of a miracle just witnessed. The camera locks onto Simon Cowell's face. His lips part. He is about to speak. The applause slowly fades. The Filipino singer lowers the microphone, chest rising and falling. His eyes shine, not from the lights, but from tears he's holding back. For a moment, He doesn't move. Dove, a heart laid bare. Simon finally breaks the silence. Where did that voice come from? The question feels gentle, but heavy. The singer swallows hard. Sir, it comes from my life. The camera zooms in. The audience leans forward. Philippines flashback. Life in the Philippines. The screen fades into memory. A small Bahay Kubo, rain dripping through the roof. A young boy sits beside his father, listening to Elvis on a crackling radio. No electricity, no money, but music fills the room. His father sings softly, smiling despite exhaustion. Anak, kahit maharap, hawag kong titajal mangarap. Family man boy, a promise made in tears. Back on stage, the singer's voice begins to shake. My father, he passed away before he could see this. The crowd grows quiet. He loved Elvis. He believed I could sing on a world stage, even when we had nothing. His eyes finally overflow. He presses a hand to his chest. Tonight, I sang for him. Loudly crying, the audience breaks. A woman in the crowd sobs openly. Another whispers, "Para sa tatay niya." Even the judges look emotional. Simon removes his glasses for a second. He rubs his eyes. Mike singing through tears. The singer takes one step back. May I finish the song? Simon nods silently. The music starts again, softer this time. Every note now carries loss. Every lyric feels like a goodbye, and a thank you. His voice cracks, but never breaks. The audience stands without being asked. Heartbreak, a moment beyond talent. This is no longer a competition. It's a son honoring his father. A poor Filipino boy proving that dreams survive hardship. A nation seeing itself on a global stage. As the final note fades, the singer looks upward. Salamat, Tate. Pause button, cliffhanger. The entire theater is on its feet. Simon Cowell stares at him, speechless. The judges prepare to speak. But no one is ready for what Simon will say next. The final note disappears into the air. No applause. No cheers. Just silence. 5 long seconds. The kind of silence that only happens when something too powerful has just occurred. The Filipino singer stands frozen, eyes wet, head bowed. He doesn't know if he should smile or cry. No mouth face. Simon Cowell, unusually quiet. Simon Cowell sits still. No jokes. No sarcasm. No criticism. He removes his glasses slowly. The audience watches him more than the stage now. Simon takes a deep breath. I wasn't ready for that. His voice is low, controlled, emotional. The crowd murmurs. Studio microphone words that hit hard. Simon leans forward, elbows on the table. I've heard Elvis songs my whole life. I've heard people try to copy him, and fail. He pauses, looks directly at the singer. You didn't copy Elvis. You understood him. Gasps ripple through the theater. Philippines, a Filipino story, a global moment. Simon continues. What made this special wasn't just your voice. It was your heart, your story, your pain. The camera cuts to the audience, tears everywhere. And when someone sings with that much truth, it's impossible not to feel it. Simon swallows hard. His eyes shine, crying, a rare confession. Then Simon says something no one expects. I don't usually get emotional on this show. A nervous laugh from the crowd. Simon shakes his head. But today, you got me. The audience erupts. Standing ovation. Cheers echo through the theater. The Filipino singer covers his face, overwhelmed. Globe, a moment for the Philippines. Simon raises his hand, signaling for calm. Your father would be incredibly proud. The singer breaks down completely. He whispers through tears. Thank you, sir. Pause button, cliffhanger. Simon sits back, looks at the other judges. Let's vote. The camera zooms in on the yes/no buttons. The lights dim. A heartbeat sound echoes. The future of a Filipino dream hangs in the balance. The theater holds its breath. The Filipino singer stands center stage. Hands clasped, eyes closed, lips whispering another prayer. Salamat po, Lord. Heart, the first vote. The first judge smiles warmly. This was more than a performance. It was a story, and stories like yours deserve to be heard. Yes. The crowd explodes in applause. The singer's knees nearly give out. Collision yes. After yes. Another judge leans forward. You didn't just sing like Elvis. You sang with your soul. Yes. The cheers grow louder. Cameras flash. Crying Simon Cowell's final word. All eyes turn to Simon. He pauses, long enough to make hearts race. Simon looks directly at the singer and says, People come on this stage to be famous. You came here to honor your father. The audience grows quiet again. That's why this mattered. Simon smiles, softly. You have one of the most emotional performances we've had this season. He reaches forward. Yes. Wave the moment that goes viral. The theater erupts. Confetti falls. The Filipino singer drops to his knees, crying openly. Para sa pamilya ko. Para sa Pilipinas. The crowd chants his name. Some wave Philippine flags. Judges stand. The camera captures Simon applauding, fully standing. Philippines, a nation rises with him. Cut to scenes across the Philippines. Families watching on small TVs. Mothers crying. Fathers smiling proudly. Children saying, "Gusto ko ring mangarap." A narrator's voice closes the story. From a small barangay to the biggest stage in the world, a Filipino dream was heard. Sparkle's final shot. The singer looks up at the lights, touches his Elvis pendant, whispers,